Hello. In the last video, we understand what we are driving, which use case we are implementing, how we are aligning with the business objectives, and what are the goals of this objective is. I hope you have watched my previous video. If you haven't watched my previous video, I would highly recommend you to watch it before continuing with this video. In today's video, we will try to understand the high-level architecture of our end-to-end project execution flow and the workflow steps in detail. Let's get started. Welcome back to VJ Tech Talks. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, please subscribe to our channel and support me. Don't forget to hit the bell icon to stay updated with my series of videos. First, let's try to understand the high-level architecture of Netflix movie review project. Here we go. This is the high level architecture of our movie review project. Here, typically the Netflix is the source as we discussed in earlier video. These are all the source systems. Then the ingestion phase we are using for the ingestion, we will be using Azure Data Factory. And we are extracting the data from the Netflix or available resources, CSV files, whatever. And we will be extracting dynamic data metadata driven pipelines. We will implement dynamic metadata driven pipelines to handle the full load as well as incremental loads. And if you look at here, our landing zone here is ADLS Gen 2. We will discuss in detail. Practically, I will show you why we are using ADLS Gen 2 to load the data directly from the source. Rather, we are creating directly the bronze layer that we will discuss in detail. If we are good with the data ingestion part, we will move on to the next phase, creating the bronze layer with the help of raw data. The Databricks is the platform where we will use to build bronze layer, silver layer, and gold layer. We will be creating the bronze layer, the raw layer, no transformation, nothing. As is, whatever the data you're getting from the source, just we will be implementing the bronze layer. Then there is another layer called silver layer. Here, we will do the transformations, all the data cleansing activities, and how basically this will give you the value to your business. Accordingly, we will implement our transformation layer. And then finally, we will create the entities. Entities, which means that it creates a marks. It's specific to the subject area. It's a global layer, aggregated layer, you can say that. The transformation as well as the goal layer with the help of DBT. I will show you how the DBT can be integrated, how you can use this plugin within the Azure Databricks, and as well as how we can connect from our local system to the Azure Databricks. Finally, the Power BI reporting side, we will use the Power BI here. Either we can create a inbuilt dashboards in the Databricks itself, and also we can build our own Power BI reports, the desktop Power BI reports, and as well as we can build their reports with the help of Microsoft Fabric. Let's understand how typical it looks like technically. This is how it looks like. First, these are all the sources. In technically any one of the source, bank or API, SQL, SQL, whatever is in generic. And we are extracting the data with the help of Data Factory, either native connectors or we are creating JDBC connectors. We are doing some REST API calls. One of the mechanism we will use and connect to our source systems, and we'll extract the data, and then we'll load the data into our storage, right? The Azure storage, ADLS Gen 2. Then post that, we will be doing our transformations, and also we are creating the data marts. What is the use of delta tables? Why can't we use that data like directly to implement the transformations and data marts and all in the DBT? That we will understand in detail. And then these are all the supporting tools I can say And you will be having the key vaults, you will be having the private endpoints and private link, and we will be having a managed identity. Then what is the use of all these things? Like, while we are implementing the our end-to-end project, you will understand each one of these component in detail. And finally, we have a Power BI report, then Power BI report, and we will directly connect to our Databricks and we will build some Power BI dashboards, the visualization. Typically, here is the flow execution of our entire end-to-end project. If you look at here, data ingestion phase, we are connecting to the either of these bank apps or any one of these. Like, we will be connecting to the Netflix, and then we are using the ADF triggers or batch or real-time load. And this is the mechanism, like, authentication mechanism we will use to connect to our source system, managed identity, our private endpoints, or key vault security secrets. And we are not exposing any of our secrets to the public access. And then we are creating the raw zone here, and we will be having the transformation layer, the bronze to silver, silver to gold, and the Databricks. And typically we will be having the Databricks raw data. As I said that why can't we implement directly, like with the help of the ADLS Gen 2, why we are creating the delta tables, that we will understand, that we will discuss in detail in further sessions. And DBT is typically, as I said in the first video, DBT we are using for the transformation as well as to build the marts. What is the role of the Unity catalog in our project? Why this is essential while you're developing this project? Then finally, the consumer, as you know that the Power BI is the consumer. I hope this makes sense for you. And this is what basically we are going to derive. And if you find this video is helpful, if you are excited with this, the flow of execution, the end-to-end our Netflix review project, please subscribe to my channel and support me. Don't forget to hit the bell icon to stay updated with my videos. Please share these videos with your friends and colleagues. I'm so excited to deliver this content with a free of cost. See you in the next video. Until then, bye bye.